Sharif's boy. That scares me. Sharif's Memphis Bizoy.
I ain't scared no more. I ain't scared no more.
DJ Paul.
The Calm. The KLM. He is the king of Memphis.
The king of Memphis.
Yeah.
The king of Memphis.
Yes, that is what he holds, that title.
Right. Yes, he has released his album. What was his album called? It's an album. There's a mixtape that accompanies it.
It's Underground Volume 17 for the summer.
Right.
And it's not his first time doing this. Like, it's almost like a tribute to his old school Underground 17 for the summer. Like, he came out with an old album like that, and he's kind of like doing it again. But kind of like, it's not remastering the album. It's basically redoing, just making it a new album.
Right.
And dope.
Right.
One of his classic albums. Probably one of his best albums, old school albums, solo albums.
For anybody that's like a fan of 3 6 Mafia, you're definitely going to get that sound that you've been missing listening to this project from DJ Paul.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get that feel.
Right. I
want to hear your take a little bit on what you've heard.
Okay.
Because I know DJ Paul on a certain level,
right,
to an extent. Like,
I know DJ Paul too. I've listened to a lot of DJ Paul. I probably haven't listened to as much DJ Paul as you have, but I've heard the mixtape and I've heard a large portion of the album, and there was definitely songs on there.
Yeah, it's actually, not to interrupt, but it's like the next of his old album, because the first one, the old school one was Underground Volume 16 for the summer. This is like the next,
right,
17. That's what it is. Because I thought it was the same, but I was like, nah, it is back one. I had to double check.
Right. DJ Paul sounds like how he's always sounded.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It sounds like he hasn't really lost a step. Sounds like he's still making the stuff that 3 6 Mafia has been known for.
Oh yeah,
the dark, the gritty, the that style that a lot of people, they've influenced a lot of people.
Oh, they did. They did influence a lot of people, whether people acknowledge it or not.
A lot of people don't acknowledge it, but they've influenced a lot of people. When I hear like some of these new guys, even on the audio playlist,
yeah,
the first song, it kind of had that 3 6 feel to it. It had that feel. They influenced a whole lot of people, and they don't really get a lot of credit for it.
They really don't.
They never have really.
They never have. But I think that as time has gone by, they realize that they're not going to get the credit, and they just do what they do.
They just do what they do.
They do what they do, and they got their Grammy. They got Oscar. My bad.
Right. They got an Oscar.
My bad. Oscar. Yeah, they got their Oscar. Yeah, they pretty much are like, we've done things that a lot of people haven't done, so they kind of like, whatever.
Right.
Just do what we do.
So you hear a lot of he's got features with Lil White. He got stuff on here with Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
He's got John Connor on here.
Yep, Dave East.
Dave East is on here.
He has the son of Lord Infamous.
Lazy Bone.
He has Lazy Bone. Lil Jon is on here.
Lil Jon is on a hook that it literally sounds like a track that comes from like 2003.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? It was like it came from that era. So we're hearing this very nostalgic, but it's like new at the same time. Isn't some old shit? It feels like some old shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it does, definitely.
Right.
It took me back to... but every time I hear a DJ Paul album, I get that feeling.
You get that feeling,
I get that feeling because he's kept it, like you said, he hasn't missed a step, and he's been consistent with coming out with that music for his fans. Like, his fans want that, he gives it to them. And he hasn't, like, changed, like, to where he's like, well, I gotta change because everything else is changing.
Are you trying to throw a shot at Juicy J right now?
I'm not shooting a shot at Juicy J, but DJ Paul has kept it more 3-6 than Juicy J has. Juicy J comes back to it. Right. He does shit like 3 6 Mafia style, and he even comes back for features here and there, but he doesn't keep whole albums to that feel. It's not the same like it was, They need to get back to producing music together, and it's that production at the same time. If Juicy J had the production that he used to have, he probably would sound the same almost. Right. You know, some of the things he does, but it's also the production that makes him sound different. Right. So I don't take nothing away from Juicy J. He's doing the same thing also, but it doesn't sound the same without the production that he's known for from 3 6 Mafia.
Right. Well, I think Juicy J adds an element to the 3 6 Mafia sound, and DJ Paul adds an element, and you can hear DJ Paul's element like 100% loud and clear, and it sounds more like the original 3 6 stuff.
Oh yeah.
But there's things that like that Juicy J offers, you know, as far as like style, or you know, there's just certain sounds that coincide with this sound to make an even better sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my personal opinion. But I guess all in all, man, you know, it was a dope album. Like I said, it's nostalgic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hard hitting tracks on there. There's a lot of tracks on there that make you just want to get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he always has done that. He's always came out with tracks that have to do with drugs and stuff like that. Right. You know, make you want to get fucked up. Even make you want to fight, you know, type shit, you know, but I mean,
they were the originators of crunk.
Yeah, they're the original Kings of Crunk. Not a shot at Lil Jon, but you know, obviously he has no beef with him because he's featured on that, you know, with DJ Paul. But you know, DJ Paul's even said he's like, we're the original Kings of Crunk, and it's a fact.
It's definitely a fact.
It's a fact. They just weren't known for it like Lil Jon was.
Right. So based off of what you heard, what do you give this?
No, I got to hear you on this.
You got to hear me first.
I got to hear you first on this.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a strong 8.
Strong 8?
Strong 8. I give it a strong 8. But
I have a feeling I know why.
The reason I didn't give it more is because I started to get upset because I'm like, man, what the fuck? Where the fuck is Juicy J?
I knew it.
Needs to bring his ass back over here, and they need to complete because that's what it feels like. It feels incomplete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel you.
Nothing wrong with it or whatever, but for the beats, the styles, when you hear it, you'll realize that a lot of this new age is influenced by it, and all that's there. You know,
I've been saying the same thing about the whole Juicy J and DJ Paul since they've gone their separate ways in a sense.
Right.
Since that happened, I was just like, no.
Right.
When 3 6 Mafia separate, I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You know, and you know, they came back. Became the Mafia 6 without Juicy J.
Maybe that's what it was. Juicy J knew how to make songs bigger. I don't want to say bigger, like in a sense of more. I don't want to say commercial. That's not the word I'm looking for. But you get what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying.
Like, because Juicy J has like a certain style that it can be like people from the mainstream can pull from it, right?
Yeah.
Where DJ Paul is so like underground and so like dark that it's like, all right, I can't really pull this everywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe Juicy J added that aspect to 3 6 to the point where it was like, all right, let's take this and turn it into this. Because, you know, they've had some hits.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think Juicy J may have added that aspect to it.
Like, they weren't the darker songs.
Right. The songs that were hits weren't, it was shit like Riding Spinach or, you know, the stay
hard out here
high.
Hard out here for
right. I gotta stay high. Right. Those were all hits. And I think maybe Juicy J probably knew how to take that and craft that into a hit, whereas DJ Paul brought the sound of, you know, the style. I'm not really sure. I don't really know their production styles and how they work together.
No, I don't either.
But I would love to see.
You can kind of you can hear the difference though.
You can see the difference of like what they both add to it when they're gone their separate ways.
And what they bring to the table.
Right.
But yeah, I mean I loved it for the nostalgia. I love DJ Paul albums when they come out because I know I know what to expect. You know, like I know that I'm gonna get something that's gonna take me back and something that's gonna make me feel like my 3 6 days. You know what I'm saying? Listen to 3 6 Mafia. You know, going to the record store, getting the new 3 6 album and shit. Like, oh shit, I can't wait to hear this shit.
Right.
Play the fuck out of it. You know, takes me back to those days where, you know, I was buying albums like separately, like one at a time. Like when the album came out, I was at the record store finding out release dates, you know what I'm saying, for 3 6 shit. And their affiliates, you know, everyone involved with Hypnotized Minds or body parts, or not body parts, fucking, what's the other shit? Private Posse. Fuck. Song was called Body Parts that they did together. But yeah, when they were all that shit, I was like into all of it. So, I mean, people might think like, oh yeah, he's biased. He loves that music. I do love that music. And I might be being a little biased. And I don't give a damn.
Right.
Because, yeah, this is my opinion, motherfuckers.
Right.
No.
On your opinion, really, what you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm still going to be a little harsh on DJ. Not completely. No, I wouldn't even say you were harsh. I can understand. I see where you're coming from, but I gave it an 8.5.
8.5, okay.
I wanted to give it a 9, to even a 9.5, but I've been saying it for years. Like I said, that's the reason he doesn't get in the 9s, because there's still that missing quality that he had when it was 3-6 or when it was him and Juicy J. As
it's just
duo.
a little small missing piece there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like.
Not to knock DJ Paul. I love it.
No, it's not knocking DJ Paul.
Album.
It's not knocking Juicy J either.
Not
Juicy J has his down points too.
No.
But there's definitely like something that they can do, that they do together.
Yeah.
That you're just not gonna get anywhere else. And it's the same with Outkast. It's the same with the Neptunes. They went their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
You can, there's always one that's gonna be a little bit bigger than the other, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But when they're together though, you can never get that sound.
Yeah, you
without
can't.
the other,
You can't duplicate that.